Let me see if I can find the rest of these. How can a country be this incompetent? The total number of Social Security recipients is 394 million. There's only 310 million people eligible to receive Social Security. Wait, what? What the fuck? Wait, what is this? Like,
There are two ways the human mind can go from this point. Either something is probably not correct then with how this information is presented, or there's historic fraud that Elon discovered in 2 days that outranks the amount of fraud that has ever occurred with probably any financial system in all of human history. And also there are no formal charges and there's no good proof that he's posted. Which one will it be?
according to Social Security database, these are the numbers of people in each age bucket with a death field set to false. Maybe Twilight is real, and there are a lot of vampires collecting Social Security. It feels like a lot of people really fall off between 140 and 150, huh? And then by the time you get to 160 and then yeah, things are really starting to fall off. But if you get to 180 or so, I feel like you can actually keep leveling up all the way until 220, which is what's really surprising here too. Yeah, look at this. And then there's somebody who's 360 to 369 years old. Oh, man. Crazy that this level of intelligence exists? No, it's not. If you work at the federal government or you work anywhere that doesn't have like a high degree of, quality control, this kind of stuff makes perfect sense.
I hate him so much. And I hate him because it's personal. I'm going to admit to something, okay? I did commit a crime once. My grandma died, okay? The federal government deposited her Social Security in her bank account, and I had power of attorney over her because I was taking care of her for a little bit towards the end years. And I was like, okay, well, maybe I can yoink that Social Security payment because it's in the bank, why not? And then those motherfuckers, they found out like in one day. I don't know how they knew. I don't know if Florida sent the fucking IRS or the Social Security number a fucking DM. And they were like, we need that back. I was like, fuck. Fuck you.
It's obvious. And let's see, if convince half the country checking for IDs before voting is racist, you can get away with just about anything. That's very true. Yep, I kind of have to see proof to believe this. If you look into it, it's benign. The system uses placeholder DOBs where the information is not known. After this, it's been debunked. People ignore this and are like, oh my God, our government's corrupt. The whole dick riding for clout thing is stupid. I don't know, man. I feel...
If any business mispaid $8 billion, no matter how big it was, somebody would lose their fucking job. How many tech companies all redesigned their whole fucking office building plans to be open office because they saw Google do it once and they all realized it was a giant fucking waste of money? Companies waste money all the time on dumb shit. It just happens, especially in the tech world, where the obsession is just with like hyper fucking blitzkrieg growth on everything, until you're big enough to sell or whatever, and like profitability doesn't even fucking matter.
I feel like there's just so many examples of things that are wrong. I mean, how many examples of things that have been debunked?
See, this is the issue, and this is... I don't even know if he's aware that his mind has fucked himself here, because if you were to ask Asmongold, do you trust Fauci? I guess he would say no, because he lied about this. And it's like, well, what about all the things that he got right? It doesn't matter. Like 1 or 2 wrong statements is enough to disqualify him. But when you go to the Elon Musk side of things, well, they've debunked like hundreds or thousands of claims at this point. Doesn't that make you wonder? Like, who would you allow to lie to you hundreds or thousands of times? But you'd still believe you'd still need a fact check on every single thing that comes out.
So many examples of things that are wrong. I mean, how many examples of things that have been debunked? I don't know, man. I just don't see how this makes any sense. Negligence, not intelligence, you dyslexic fuck. Yeah, exactly, right. But all this debunking has no basis and falls with simple logic. Yeah, why is that even the case to begin with? Funny how when that happens, your money disappears. How has it been debunked? More than a COBOL programmers have denied the claims of there being some default value.
I saw that on Twitter, that default value could have explained it, but now when we go through, we're talking about numitant information on the death master file. That's why. It has nothing to do with some default value in a database.
They not know the date of birth for 20 million people. I don't understand how they can prove that they need money from the government, but they can't prove their birthday or even narrow it down to what century they were born in.
See, like, so that's the issue. These people weren't. Also, it's also funny because people are, I understand we do this recentism thing. Why would they not know the date of birth for 20 million people? I mean, do you think that record keeping was as good? Fuck, I wish I could remember who this was. Was as good like 100 years ago in the United States or in the year like 1904? There was a guy that just recently was doing something politically, and even when I looked up his age on Wikipedia, I think it said like 67 or 68. Like they didn't even have the confirmed birth information on him, right? Like keep in mind that I know people don't remember this, but 8 years ago, Donald Trump and his whole thing was about how Obama's birth certificate was faked. So apparently there wasn't even compelling information to believe that Obama was born in the United States of America.
That's a great question. Yeah, this is
like, and I hate it when people say this. That's a great question. So go look it up. It is a good question. So go look it up. Google it. Ask your audience. Figure out what's going on. Like,
do you know what I think is really going on? I'm going to be honest.
Like, actually, that's a good question. When was the first Social Security number issued? First Social Security number came out in 1936. Like, bro. So they probably started doing all of them then. Yeah, I don't. Or they probably issued back Social Security numbers to people, but like.
I think the federal government is run by a bunch of fucking retards. I do. And I think that now that it's being exposed, they're all roaching out. They're all
like, I don't know how you counter this. I just don't, I don't know what you're supposed to do. And Asmon is always too much of a cowardly fuck to ever engage with any of it. And I shouldn't even say he's cowardly. I keep giving the wrong emotions. He's intelligent. He knows what he's doing. It's all intentional. So you could say evil or purposeful or deliberate, but like, this is all being uncovered. Motherfucker. You remember those agencies that you guys didn't even know existed? The Office of Inspector Generals that you said didn't do anything at all? They literally report on all of this. None of this is being uncovered for the first time. Nothing has even been uncovered by Elon Musk. You don't even know what he's uncovering. Like, but how do you fight the stream of lies, the insane stream of lies?
all upset about it because they're fucking morons. Currently, yes, it is. It is, absolutely. And that's the problem. Yeah, they're retarded. You're literally starting to get it. Yeah, I actually think that it's really just that simple. I think that graphs like this, and you can explain away one or two things with like, oh, well, it makes sense inside of the context of this. Yeah, sure. A lot of context missing here. What are the birth dates of people over 100 years old? I'll bet my whole money that they're blank on COBOL and all that. Well, then, so you're using an outdated database that doesn't even have something that can check somebody's birthday, and this is the thing that you're deciding to give like billions of dollars out on?
Like, that's so easy to check. We just read that, like, that's not what they use to determine payment information, right? You should also be able to do a couple of sanity checks here as well. 20 million people are getting false Social Security payments? Bro, how much money is that? You're talking hundreds of... Well, hold on. Average Social Security payment. 2,000 for men, 1,600 for women. We'll round down to 1,500 a month. Times 12 is $18,000 times 20 million people. So that's $360 billion of false payments are going out every year. 360 billion, like, as a quick sanity check, like, that should make you think, like, whoa, that's a lot of fraud. Like, is something happening there? Like, that's a big number, no? Like,
over 20 million people over the age of 100. That's impressive. Yeah, I don't know, guys. Yeah, I see random numbers which Elon assigns a story. Absolutely astonished at the ultimate trust me bro believers.
Like at that proliferation through society, everybody should know at least one person who's collecting Social Security from a dead relative, right? Do you know anybody like that? Like everybody in charge, like, oh shit, I know friends who are getting money from their dead relatives through Social Security. Like I know people that do this. Like, do you know anybody that does this shit? Like that, like everybody should know at least one person, at least if there's that many people.
The guy lied about playing a video game. Very accurate, very true. You should approach everything with a grain of salt. But what I've seen from the government is that there are a few agencies in the government and there are a few people that work in the government that are like extremely fucking good. Like you know, SEAL Team 6 level good. But that's like 5%, like 1%. Like everybody else, fucking morons. Absolutely. Yeah, FBI. Yeah, there's the guys, the FBI. A lot of them know what they're doing.
Not all of them, though. Careful. Because, didn't they start J6? Or maybe that means they really do know what they're doing, right?
A burnout, definitely. Fake numbers, bro. The audit software they use, the last number 0 was set to false. It's already been proven to be incorrect. You're taking spreadsheet numbers as a fact. Where's the proof? He's saying, trust me, bro.
True! What's the response to that? He's posting spreadsheet number, or he's posting some number. We don't know what the fuck numbers these are. He's just posting numbers. Or it's like he's not really giving much information, right? Where's the proof? They said they were going to give proof and receipts, right? Didn't they say that? Proof and receipts? We're about to hear fucking Aristotle himself. Plato's dialogues are about to come out. Okay, let's hear. What is the ingenious response to that? Where's the proof?
The audit software they use, the last number 0 was set to false. It's already been proven to be incorrect. You're taking spreadsheet numbers as a fact. Where's the proof? He's saying, trust me, bro.
Okay, we can either do, look how many other things he was right about. I know government's inefficient, so this must be happening. Or would he really lie about this? I don't know. What could his response be? Here we go.
I think that it's completely mismanaged and run by morons.
Number 2, what'd I say? That the government... Wait, what was my number 2? Hold on. The government... Wait, what...
Run...
Would he really lie about this? The government's inefficient, so right about... Okay. I think that was my... I know government's inefficient, so this must be happening. 2, that's it. Okay, cool. We got 2, okay. We need to make our NPC responses for Asmongold.
This is a fact. Where's the proof? He's saying, trust me, bro. I think that it's completely mismanaged and run by morons. And I'm going to give you one point of reference of why I think that.
Also, this is also another thing where doing your job correctly doesn't help, because I'm curious, how old was his mom? Was his mom getting any type of Social Security or supplemental income or whatever? Because, like, that would be a first-hand experience. Were any of her payments ever late? Like, I don't know how old his mom was, but, like, did she ever have a bad experience with Social Security? Was his mom 70? Damn.
Microsoft told the federal government that...
Why? Oh no, we're doing AI. Oh, we're doing software. Oh, kill me. Okay.
Microsoft told the federal government that they were no longer going to support Windows XP. And they told them that in over a year ahead of time. And they could not change their operating system within an entire year. And
Kill me. Kill me. This is the guy who's like, listen, I want to build a program. I'm going to pay you $1,000. Can you help me? Yeah, what do you want? I want to build a new social media feed network program that can do everything. I'll give you 6 months.
ahead of time. And they could not change their operating system within an entire year. And the
I just want to.
federal government then had to pay extra money to Microsoft to provide additional service and support beyond the expiration date of Microsoft XP.
It's just an OS. How long can it possibly take? How long can it take to make your system compatible with a new operating system? I've installed a new operating system. My shit's compatible in like 1 day. Like, really? Really? A whole year? Not even in a year you couldn't update your entire fucking, the largest employer in the world with probably the largest connection of systems. You can do that in just a year? Come on, bro. Easy.
I actually think that it's being managed by complete fucking retards. And I think that there are some cases where actually it's not as bad as people think it is. But
to be fair, Microsoft is kind of retarded for only giving them a year, no? Well, I don't know, maybe, but you probably just really, that's probably, my guess is going to be that's a really, really, really painful update because one, you're going to have to do, it's just so much dev hours to upgrade everything. Two, you don't know what's going to fail. Three, it wouldn't surprise me if the government has written some like proprietary, like custom stuff, and now they're going to have to do like a rewrite, and there is no commercial support for it. So it's going to have to be a whole new, there's probably like a whole bunch of autistic shit. Also, there was a time on this planet, I know it's hard for you whippersnappers to know this, but there was a time on this planet where we thought that XP, you know how they say like the end of capitalism or the end of the world or the end of conflict or whatever? We thought that XP was going to be like the last operating system, and we were just never going to upgrade. It was just never going to happen.
But I still think that it's bad. That's what I really think. That's what I actually think is going on. Yeah, I think it's actually that bad. That's stupid. Yeah.
Like, how do you explain? Like, this is every middleman. Like, this is it. This all of these guys who are supposed to be engineering brained have middle management brains, but like bad middle management brains. Like, just update all of your shit. Update the whole government in a year. How hard can it be? Like,
and it's red tape. Exactly. And doesn't mean Elon is right, though. Both can be true. Elon's a known liar. You should look at the right.
Also, keep in mind, this isn't just for systems to like make it so your DMV can print new driver's licenses. This is to manage communication between like our intelligence companies or our intelligence agencies like the CIA and the FBI, or communicating with people overseas that might be in risky situations, or managing our nuclear weapons and communication between different facilities. Or like there's a lot of like mission critical, highly important, highly dependent shit. Like, I don't know why I'm saying this. This is such a fucking stupid take. Oh my God.
Information. Well, I don't really care about this information particularly, right? I mean, I see something like this. Who knows how true it is, how accurate it is.
He doesn't even care. He doesn't even care.
Right, though, both can be true. Elon's a known liar. You should look at the right information. Well, I don't really care about this information particularly, right? I mean, I see something like this. Who knows how true it is, how accurate it is. But I think that the reality is that I think that it's totally full of lies. It's totally full of bullshit. That's what it is. Microsoft makes directions morons can understand. Yeah. Super easy to follow upwards. It's not surprising their corporations to do the exact same thing. Yeah, they are. As if the government isn't a known liar. Yeah, exactly, right? And so anyway, yeah, who knows whether this is true or not, or how true this is. I personally think that it's probably more true than people want it to be.
Like, the issue is that he doesn't I don't know if he's conscious of this or not. He'll say, like, I don't care about these individual facts. And that might even be correct. He might even be being honest when he says it. But all of these little lies have moved him emotionally to a position to where he has the luxury of now saying, I don't care about this individual thing. And that might be true, but you only believe now emotionally what you believe in because of all the little lies that have gotten you there.
And I think that if you actually... Like, it's like what I said, like, every experience that I've ever had dealing with the government, like, except for, like, a very handful of things, very small handful of things, has been absolute lazy, incompetent retards, including...
He says from his house that's getting electricity, that he might have, like, functioning roads, that DoorDash things to him, with... fucking infrastructure set up between multiple states for internet communications with, was his mom getting anything from like Medicare or Medicaid or whatever for all of her treatments? From all, like, there's a million different, I'm sorry, I'm not trying to bring up his mom. I'm only bringing up his mom because I know that she was through herself. I'm not trying to lean in on any death or anything there, but I'm just saying, like, it's frustrating to hear somebody in the United States of America like say something like that. Like, yeah, the government, man, it sucks. It reeks of like the kids who are like, huh, I'm sorry, where are you from? Hong what? You don't know anything about totalitarian police. Let me tell you a little something called BLM, okay? Let me tell you about this cop, all right, that fucking trashed my whole bag of weed, all right? I'm basically living in a fucking police state over here, all right? You don't know what it's like to be censored, okay?
Including working there. Some of the people that worked there were really good, again, like 5%, but the rest of them were basically NPCs. So yeah, that's what I think. That's where I'm at. Let's see here. Shows up during the last 2 missions of the game and somehow is more memorable and loved than almost any other video game made in the last 10 or so years. How did he do it? Nano Machine Son? Well, the reason why this character was really good is because it was compelling and interesting, and
Is it going to be... I'm sorry, I'm guessing from nothing. I don't even know anything about the game or the character. I just accept memes I've seen. He's interesting because he exposed the lies of the entire world government system in a way that was very honest and cool, and it just showed you how fake I don't even know. I'm hate watching now and hate guessing.
it was just cool. That's also the other reason, because it was badass. It's that simple.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, cinema, every line is amazing. Yeah, it's the dialogue. It's the same reason why Thanos is really good. Like, is it like the Thanos dialogue in Infinity War was fucking insane. It was so good. And like, if you want to have a character be memorable, have them say things that people think are memorable. It's really just that simple. Yeah, classic Thanos, good parallel. Yeah, I mean, and that's the thing, is like Thanos, like, how many movies was Thanos really in? He was in, like, Guardians of the Galaxy for, like, 5 minutes. And that was it. That was basically fucking it. And then Infinity War, he's in the movie. Yeah, and I guess, like, there's, like, the fucking post-scene of, like, Avengers Ragnarok, where, like, his ship is there, I'm pretty sure, something like that, right? So, like, it's like a lead-up to it. He was in Age of Ultron? I don't remember him being in Age of Ultron.
Wait, what? Nobody cared about Thanos until he had his own movie for Infinity War, though. What is the point of this?
But, yeah. Avengers 1, and the first Avengers. Was he in Age of Ultron? Oh, the post-credit scene. Oh, where he gets the gloves. Okay, I'll do it myself. Yeah, sure. That's true. For like 10 seconds, exactly. And so that's the reason why characters like this are so memorable. It's because they have really good dialogue. Begun, the Fat Wars have. U.S. government looking to ban junk food purchases for food stamps following RFK's confirmation. Bye-bye, fatties. Bye.
Thanos did nothing wrong? Did anybody ever answer the question of, like, maybe they say it in the comics, why wouldn't somebody ask Thanos, like, hey, listen, what you're doing is cool and all, and you can snap, but instead of, like, having the universe's population, you just, like, double the universe's resources? Did anybody ever ask him that? What was his response? His motivation was super different in the comics, to be fair. Oh, yeah, wasn't he trying to, like, fuck death or something? I don't do comics. That's for losers. I wish I could snap for MAGA. Just kidding.
It's not really the same. Dana, we are